Joining us tonight, Patrice Onwuka, Senior Policy Analyst at the Independent Women's Forum. Patrice, great to see you, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Lou.
Let's start with Israel blocking Tlaib and Omar's entry into Israel because of their calls for boycotts and support for boycotts of Israel. Why should any country welcome those who hate that country?
Well, it's understandable that Israel is saying, you know what, these are prominent women in the United States government who are supporting the very destruction of our country and our existence. It's very much their right to be able to do that. And, you know, some people are saying that Israel is bowing to the president's demand via Twitter. Mm-hmm. But I think they also recognize that it sends a signal when they welcome these women who, you know, apparently their itinerary revealed that they were on a fact-finding mission to really undermine the government and the legitimacy of the leader.
Mission. You know, to even give that even the suggestion of credence, Patrice. I mean, they are ignorant anti-Semites, and it's that straightforward. And for Israel to admit them, I think, would be preposterous. Yeah, to me, it's that simple.
Well, you know, it's really up to Israel to decide whether a potential political foe is welcome into their borders.
No, but what do you think?
You know, if I were Israel, I probably would say, you know, thanks but no thanks.
I think that's exactly what Netanyahu did. Let's turn to Congressman Mark Pocan. He said this today, and I thought it was really interesting because the radical left is all about boycotts and divestiture, and it's sickening. But Pocan said this, quote, "No more members of Congress, no delegation should be going to Israel unless this decision is reversed, and I think we're going to have some serious conversations even about financial support," said the radical Dem. Your reaction to that kind of nonsense? Now he wants, obviously, a boycott against Israel. He wants a boycott against, common sense and the values and the relationship that has been the special relationship between Israel and the United States since 1948.
Well, that's all too convenient for him to say, well, let's boycott Israel. Perhaps that was his intention, and this was just an opportunity that he jumped on to be able to say that. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people on the left, and particularly, Lou, among millennials and the younger generation, who harbor a really, it's ridiculous, the kind of anti-Semitism that they're raised on, and this being against Israel, anti-Zionist. The Women's March, the founders of the Women's March, one of them who was Jewish, resigned because she said, I can't be on a leftist women's movement when I see the kind of anti-Semitism that's taken deep root in the leadership.
The radical left in this country, Patrice, it seems to me, there's no question, the Democratic Party has become the party of hate. Everything they do is animated by hate. In many cases, their hate for this very nation and everything it stands for. They hate the education system. They hate the law enforcement. They hate borders. They hate American values.
Well, you know, I don't want to paint all of the people on the left as being hate-filled.
I was very specific. The radical
left. The radical left. I see your point there. You know, I think it's important and incumbent, frankly, on those who are more centrist and more reasonable, who are on the left, to say, wait a minute, this is going too far. Israel is an ally. You know, when we talk about conservatives, conservative women, we need to actually defend them against ridiculous claims of you know, talking about the way they look and trying to shun them from society because of the way they vote and the way they think. But we're not.
I'm sorry, you lost me there. What are we talking about? Conservative women? What are you saying?
Oh. Well, from Michelle Obama to Hillary Clinton, there's a lot of women on the left who think that conservative women, we should be shunned from society because we vote or we think against our voice and our thought, as though women have the same thought pattern. So, you know, it's my larger point is those who are actually centrist and are open to bipartisanship should stand up when they hear the radical far left coming out with these ideas.
I admire your idealism. The Democratic Party is, I think, has moved so far from the center of this country. where most Republicans reside, by the way, I don't think bipartisanship is likely anyway soon. I hate to be skeptical like that of someone so idealistic as you. I applaud your idealism. My pragmatism is overwhelming me right now. Patrice Onwuka, it's always great to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.